Friends, families, brothers and sisters, and also the lecturer, Miss Harrow. We are going to have a seminar on the book of Daniel. And today I'm going to give an outline. We are going to have 5 sections. So it's going to be 5 days. And every day we're going to have another teaching. So I want to start by thanking y'all to give me the opportunity to present this seminar. The aim of this seminar is to give the church and the visitors a better understanding about the book of Daniel during this seminar. Right? We're going to have a better understanding about the book of Daniel. We will have 5 sessions in this seminar. We will look at the background of the book, the history, who is the little horn, and we will also, the last one will be the investigated judgment or pre-Advent judgment. Section 1, we will talk about the authorship of the book, because today you're hearing all kind of things. You have scholars that are against the teaching that Daniel was the author of this book. You have others that said the book was not written by Daniel, it's written by somebody else later on. So we want to look who the author is of this book. We're going to look at 2 contrasting positions. We're going to look at the Maccabean thesis written during the 2nd century BC and the exilic thesis written by Daniel. So we're going to look both of them, because this is very important to know. Yes, we'll have some information that we will share during this session. What are the arguments in support of the Maccabean thesis and problems with the Maccabean thesis? All these things we will get during this session. We're also going to look at the background. Yes, what is the background of this book? Where was Daniel? When did this book was written? We're going to look at a very important thing. Possible contradiction between the record of Daniel and the record of Jeremiah. That on that day that Nebuchadnezzar came to Jerusalem. Yes, because critics are saying the Bible is error, because Daniel, for example, in Daniel 1, verse 1, state that Nebuchadnezzar invaded the 3rd year, but if you read the book of Jeremiah, it's telling us the 4th year. So which one is it? You see, which one is it? So it's very important to know these things. So the solutions, we're going to talk about the solutions of the 2 systems, the post-dating and the anti-dating. So, but if you want to know the conclusion, stay tuned when we will explain this. The outline of the book can be divided in 2 sections. 2 contrasting positions. Chapter 1, verse 6, record Daniel's experience in Babylon and can be considered historical. And chapter 7 till 12 record his vision and can be considered as prophetic. We look at the language of the written book. In which language were the chapters and this book written? We also know, if you read the Bible, if you read the book of Daniel, you will find it is written in Hebrew and a little Aramaic in some of the chapters. Yes? So this is very important to know during this session. Section 2, we will talk about the Nebuchadnezzar dream. What did he dream? Why did he dream? And what did the dream meant? Yes? And who were the one that when it came about to explain the dreams, who did he ask? Very important, my friends. We will study about the head of gold, that is Babylon, the beast and arms of silver, Medo-Persia, belly and thigh of brass, Greece of iron, Rome. Yes, we will, all these world powers, we will read about them and we will look what role they play in the dream of Nebuchadnezzar. We're going to look at the characteristics of these kingdoms and the period of their rule, when they ruled, right? We'll continue in section 2 about the Nebuchadnezzar madness. Is that historical? Can we find it in the Bible? And can we find it outside of the Bible? Very important. We will also check Belshazzar. What was he a historical figure? Evidence in history and in the Bible. We're going to look at identity of Darius. Is the Bible in error for mentioning his name? Because you have all kind of information out of the Bible. Is it true? Can we find the historical figure of these both men? So don't miss section 2. Section 3 is also an interesting one. What is the relationship between Daniel 2 and Daniel 7? Is there a link? Is it the same power? You know, the same countries? We're going to study about the 4 beasts in Daniel 7. We're going to look at the description, the biblical description of these beasts. You know, why was the first beast the lion with eagle wings? What is the meaning of the lion with eagle wings? The second beast, the bear and the true ribs in his mouth. What is the meaning of the true ribs in the bear his mouth? The third beast was a leopard. What with wings? What is the meaning of the leopard with wings? Why? And the fourth one, a beast that even the Bible cannot describe. So it's very important to know these things. So it's going to be a very interesting one. I'm telling you, it can open your mind to see the world in a different way, how the world was and how the world is today. And we're going to look also if Daniel 7 and Daniel 2 is talking about the same power, right? The same power. Who is the ram and the goat? Very important. Who is the ram and the goat? What role they play? What is the symbol about the ram and the goat? So do not miss it in section 3. In section 4, we will talk about the little horn. Oh yes. Because if you read about the horn, horn means a kingdom or a king sometimes. So it's the same power, because if you read chapter 7 and chapter 8, you're reading about 2 horns. So is it the same? Because you have different information when it comes about the horn in chapter 7 and the horn in chapter 8. Is the little horn Antioch Epiphanes, how some scholars are saying it. And I must say that the information that I found, that most of the scholars say that it was Antioch Epiphanes was the horn in chapter 8. But is it the same? Is it true? We're going to identify the little horn in chapter 7 and also in chapter 8. Yes? So this is very important, my friends, to know about who this little horn is. Is it the same little horn? You know, the little horn in Daniel 8, did it, sorry to say because I miss it, but did it came from the winds or from the horn? And we all know, if you want to know about it, we gotta link it with the Hebrew. The Hebrew in this particular verse, the Hebrew will play a very big role. So you gotta do some exegesis on this one to know if the horn came from the winds or did the horn came from the horn itself. All right. And then the last section will be the investigated judgment. Why is there an investigated judgment? Who will be there? What will the result be of the investigated judgment? Very important, my friends, because right now we are living in the time of the investigated judgment. We want to know, when did it start? Who is taking part of it? This is very important, my friends, to know about this. And what is the meaning of the why will God have an investigated judgment? But not just judging people like that. So if you want to be in this if you want to know what this investigated judgment is, do not miss this seminar. All right, my friends, I'm just asking you to be there, and may God bless you. When we're going to start this 5 days seminar. May God bless you until we meet again.